Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Forge. Let's make some tools. Why don't we? Networking tools. We're going to talk about networking. Hey, Plasma, yes, where solutions are engineered. Well, they're only solutions if they work, I guess. So I try to apply these and hope that they turn into solutions. So if they are helping people or if you have like success stories with them, bring them here and let us know. They are helps. A lot of them are helping me though, truly. And I think hopefully people can see that on the stream because that's what I'm trying to show. Um, I talked a little bit about networking, kind of what it was this morning. Basically, it's people, humans, trying to find each other, trying to feel each other out, make those connections, build trust, and collaborate together, work together, accomplish more than one person can accomplish on their own. We're social animals, and we have the ability to do that. And it's a wonderful thing about our species. So networking is the process of finding those people. Everybody has a network, unless you're just completely isolated and live in a box, or maybe a camper out in the middle of the woods, like some of the people that we might know. Hey, Daniel Barry. Everybody has people in their life. And if you're on YouTube, or even if you just come to this channel, you have a network because you're part of what happens here. And so it's really hard to be completely without a network. So just being more aware of what our network is, maybe how to organize it, how to navigate it. But today we're going to talk about specifically the some communication tools that could be helpful in building a network, getting out there and talking to people and adding them to your network and you being added to theirs. um, There's several things you could be doing when trying to network. You could be finding allies, collaborators, like-minded peers. That's kind of what I'm trying to do, and we're going to talk about that later because I got some tips from the AI on kind of what to look for in different channels, how to find the channels I'm looking for, and I want to throw those out to you and see what you think. People to problem solve together with. I know for me, it's a lot easier to problem solve and to process when I have another person to kind of talk through it with or do it together with. It allows me to operate at my maximum because I have to be completely open to what someone else brings in. So it kind of breaks me out of my own routine that I would get in if I tried to solve the problem myself, and it puts me at my maximum alertness and openness because I have to be on the lookout for new ways to solve the problem with this person. So it stimulates me. Signal matching. That's the vibe check, like the vibe thing, the chemistry, some people might call it. I think, I don't know if for me it's a vibe thing, but I can kind of tell the people that I have a little spark with and then the people that that doesn't happen with. It doesn't mean anything bad if it doesn't happen. It just means this might be a specific kind of networking when it does happen. And it also recommends when you're networking, especially for autistic people, neurodivergent people, don't be afraid to show your thinking. Um, a lot of us get judged by our personalities or how we come across, and be sure and get your substance out there, the content of your thought, what you have to offer intellectually, so that people won't, or I guess it gives them something else to evaluate you besides just your persona. So don't worry too much about what kind of person you need to be to network, more so than getting your authentic voice out there. Because if you're going to network right, you want it to be a network that's aligned with you. And the more you can do it in your own authentic voice, the more likely you are to find the people that resonate to that voice, with that voice, and therefore are more aligned. The three pillars of successful networking, we see attunement show up again. This is that reading of the energy, connecting to the energy. I did a whole stream on that. Clarity. This is I think where the networking could really really improve, and it's the part I'm going to work on when I'm out there doing my networking. It's easier to network and connect when people are clear about what it is that you're bringing and what it is that you're looking for. Here's what I do best. Here's what I bring. Here's what I'm good at. Here's where I could use help. Here's what I'm looking for from other people. These are my needs. These are my strengths. These are my needs. Here's what interests me about your work. This is what draws me to want to network with you. So the more those things can just be out front early, the easier it is. It's kind of like speed dating. Is there potential for this person in my network? And if so, where? Because as we learned this morning, networks can have different tiers. And I've created a little tier system here for the community that I'm going to start roughly kind of sorting people into. Or feel free to sort yourself. If there's a tier, I posted them on the channel page and in the Discord. If there's a tier that appeals to you, that you're like, that's my tier, I have a list of the norms required to be in that tier. Just let me know and start upholding those norms. I want to empower people to find the level they want to participate at and begin to do that. And I also want to start organizing the community for my own self. So I need to start like knowing which part of the network people are in. Neurodivergent folk. This is what you'll need to learn about us. If there's one thing that you need to learn about autistic, ADHD, gifted, neurodivergent people, when we're communicating and networking, we usually skip the games. We usually cut through the game. We don't operate on games the same way other people might. So the more, and it says that's a strength. It's a strength to be able to do that. So people that get impatient with me cutting through games and bullshit, just keep in mind that's a strength. So the more the communication can just get down to the concretes when you're networking, the better you're going to be able to start evaluating and not wasting your time on people that are not going to add anything to your network, or networks that you're not going to have anything to offer to. And the other pillar of networking, and I don't have an issue with this, but it could be an issue for other people, follow through, close the loop. If you're having a networking conversation and you agree to something in the future, I will contact you. Let's talk about it next week. Here's my email. I'll send you something. Make sure that you do it. That completes the networking. Otherwise, it's this open-ended, ambiguous networking, and you're not quite sure what kind of connection it is yet until that loop is complete. And then you can see what happens from there. So do your part to complete the loop. It also builds trust. It's a good way to build trust without intimacy. And I could probably do a whole topic on this at some point, but there's emotional trust like that you have with friends and families, loved ones. And then there's like, I guess, professional trust. Can I rely on this person to do their job? And the professional trust doesn't require the emotional type of trust. So you can have professional trust with people that you don't really have an emotional trust with, or you may even have I can work with people that I don't like. As long as they're reliable, as long as they do their part, I can count on them. They're competent. I don't have to personally like them. I can still work with them. So this helps build that professional trust without getting into the intimacy territory. So it's kind of a safe way to network. All right. Some of the tools, we're only going to do a few, and then I want to go over that channel feedback the AI gave. The communication loop. Here is the loop. of any communication really, but specifically geared toward networking. One person puts out a signal. You reach out. This is the reaching out. You offer something. You ask a question. You compliment. You observe. Hey, I really liked that episode you did with so and so. Or hey, I noticed you do streams on like ancient religious text. I had a question. I was wondering if I could ask you. Stuff like that. So that's the initial opening. Then there's a check. You sit back and you see what kind of reciprocity you get with Eddie. So you initiate the signal and then you check what comes back. Then, depending on what comes back, and I'm not going to do it today, but we can talk about how to evaluate the signals that do come back because it's really a guessing game. Some people are better at it than others. I can kind of do it, and sometimes I'm really right, and sometimes I'm really off. So maybe finding ways to check those signals when they come back would be a worthy stream all on its own. And we could share our own tips and experiences. So depending on what comes back, if it's a green light, if however you interpret green lights, if it looks like a green light to you, which indicates there's potential or desire for further communication, they want to keep the loop going. Then you add one more layer, one more item to the connection. This is the deepening part of the loop. So you send out the signal, you wait and check what comes back, and then you deepen it when you send it out a second time. After you deepen it, so it's like a two-step, a kind of innocent surface signal, see what comes back, then do a little deeper signal, see what comes back, and then if that one comes back, green light. You can, they call it grounding. You can ground the connection. And to ground the connection, you just summarize the overlap between you two. Hey, look, I notice we both work with autistic men, or we both work in men's mental health, or hey, I notice we're both Satanists. We both have satanic audiences as a community. So you kind of explicitly voice that connection, so you're both knowing what it is that connects you. And then the final part of the circuit is the bridge. And that is the next step. Somebody proposes a next step, and that's where that follow through comes and closes the loop. Hey, would you like to get together and talk more about topic A? Or hey, would you like to do a stream together? Or hey, would you like to be a guest on my show? I could interview you about such and such topics. That kind of stuff. And then, yeah, why don't I send you an email? Then you wait for the email to come back, or if it's you, you make sure you send that email, and that loop is closed. And that's a successful network connection. And then you see if the project actually happens. And then you could check the box. Network connection. You could figure out where in your tier system to put them afterwards. And that changes and grows as you get to know the networker. Another advantage this little loop system has, because it's so conscious and explicit, is it cuts down on the misreading of the it's not vibe based. So you're not kind of guessing and trying to go with the vibe. You're being very explicit so that you're both on the same page about what this communication is about and intending to do. They give some pitfalls. I am a little reluctant to go over them because I think they're a bit stereotyped. But I'll throw them out there just for completeness. They say some common pitfalls that neurodivergent people can fall into is oversharing too much too quickly. But I think that's a neurotypical bias. It's not oversharing on our part. We're sharing the exact amount of information that's important to us. It's neurotypicals that read it as oversharing because they have different norms around how much should be shared. So I really don't like the framing of they share at a normal level and we overshare. We just share in a different way than they do. But that different way can sometimes affect the networking. So they say use this communication loop thing it helps to pace yourself. So you're like doing a little bit at a time and you're building up to a connection. The other pitfall they warn about, you can tell me if you think it's a pitfall. A lot of people do. I think it's a strength. I look for it in other people. That's why I want Nev over here. Being too blunt, too honest. Don't. I like honesty. I like people that are not going to bullshit with me and will just tell me what is on their head, their mind. Tell me what the deal is. Don't make me guess. I get confused as it is. I'm really bad at guessing. I don't pick up on things. Tell me. Don't babysit my emotions. I can handle it. It's saying, and so I give that to other people. I think I'm doing a good thing by laying out all the honest stuff that they would want to know and that I would want to know. But they say that try to pair it with warmth. If you add a little warmth to it, it could cut down on the bluntness and keep that connection going where they may get spooked if you're just firing off honesty. And then here's a big one that happens with us sometimes, I think, is sometimes we can appear disinterested, aloof. I hear aloof a lot. It's called under signaling. The way I've described it in the past, in my own terms, is I feel like neurotypicals are constantly pinging each other and getting these little pings back all the time that kind of reassures them, okay, we're aligned, ping, ping, we're aligned, ping, ping, ping. And I don't do that. And I think that when they ping me and they don't get anything back, it sends a certain signal. They're like, oh, this person's not pinging. Something's going on here. And then they can assume you're not fully engaged. You're not interested. You don't really want to connect. You just are saying that you do. So if the emotional like enthusiasm level doesn't match the verbal, it can it's like send mixed messages. So if that happens, it's okay to ask like, "Hey, are you still interested? Hey, are you with me? Hey, are you sure you want to do this, etc." Because sometimes our body language can signal mixed messages. Um, Usually when I'm saying excited about something, I am, and usually when I'm actually excited about something, it shows. I can't even hide it. I start jumping around in my chair. And the other thing about me and follow up is I'm very, very reliable. I have a reputation of if I say I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And if I make a plan, just tell me what time to show up. We don't have to talk about it again. I don't need a reminder email. I'll be there. If it's 3 months from now, I'll be there. And I'll be there 5 minutes early. So that follow through can really build a good reputation for yourself in networking. And that's a power move because it takes very, very, very little. And you get a huge return on having a reputation for reliability. All right, the last two we're going to talk about is kind of our murder board. They call it the ally map. And what you're doing with networking is you're collecting people, you're collecting units, and eventually you're going to want to sort those into different categories. Some may be tiers, there may be a hierarchy to your network, but some may just be types of connections. And in this ally map exercise, it's just to look at some of the different types of connections you have and what their role in your network might be. So it's things like who supports my ideas? When I put out an idea, who are the people that tend to support it, that it resonates with? Who are the people that challenge my ideas? Who are the people that give me critical feedback, that see things in the ideas that I might not be seeing, that might not work, or areas to troubleshoot? So that's a different kind of very, very valuable type of person you might have in your network. Here's a good one. Who drains you? Who in your network are you not getting recharged by, but losing energy? And this is a big one, and I'm going to try to answer this throughout the day. Who do you wish that you could collaborate with, but have not yet reached out to? This is your chance. You could practice networking right now by picking one person you might have thought about working with at some point. Do this little reach out thing. Do the little loop. Do a YouTube comment. Don't just make a general comment like, "Oh, that was a good stream." Like, "Hey, I really like your work. I've been following your channel. I do something similar. Perhaps we could connect." Something like that. That's the signal. See what comes back. Yeah, that would be cool. How do I contact you? Oh, great. Okay, this is where we deepen. Oh, great. I'm really looking forward to someone else that works with neurodivergent men. I'm building a community and I have ideas for projects and I'm looking for people to collaborate. Something like that. It adds another layer of information for them to kind of know what to do with this connection. And then maybe they write back, "Dude, that sounds great. I've been looking for that too. We should totally talk." Then you ground. You're like, have some kind of affirmation or confirmation. Wow, that's fantastic. We both work with neurodivergent men. Um, and we both want to see a community grow from it. This is great. I look forward to talking. I can't wait till we talk. I will email you and we'll pick a time. That's the bridge, the next step. And then you close that loop by sending the email. Done. All right, one more thing. I'm going to do comments. And then I want to talk about the channel a little bit. Oh, okay. I didn't know that was part of the roast. We can talk about it later if you want. It because it sounded more like a game and a not a lie, a complete lack of information. But yeah, I will gladly host a roast or even be in a I will be roasted. I will host, roast, and be a roast. I will do all of it. So I will play any role that's needed. I could do. I love to get ugly. Oh, okay. I should start reading the comments, but before I post them. Yes, we do have some. I think we have some more sexy time at the campfire later. Um, all right. So actually, let me find. Yeah, this is the only downside to Chat GPT is I can't. It's not easy to organize. You have to like scroll all over and find where your little part is. So hang on, where did it go? It's here somewhere. So what I did was I asked it. Y'all, I think it. Okay, something just happened with GPT. I need advice. Okay, I found it. Never mind. For some reason, the entry had disappeared. And when I refreshed it, it came back. What I did was I asked it, I said, "Hey, I'm doing this networking project and I'm looking for other channels to network. Are there channels that you know of that are aligned with what I'm doing?" And it gave me a list of 5 or 6 YouTube channels that I had never heard of. They all do men's mental health or autism, autistic men. So I'm going to look into these channels and I may contact some of them and do this loop thing. And then it said, be sure and tell them what your channel offers, the unique, what your channel uniquely brings to a connection. And so I asked it, I said, well, what is that? What do you think is unique about my channel? And it gave me a little list. And that's what I want to share with you because I want to get your feedback as well. Because this is what I'm going to package up when I'm networking and saying, hey, this is what my channel is about. Are you interested in collaborating or community building or networking together or something? So I'm just going to go over it real quick and then you can tell me your thoughts. Unique value proposition as a guest slash collaborator. So this is what I would bring as a guest if I went on somebody else's panel or if I collaborated with somebody. My lived experience and kind of that I don't do safetyism. Safetyism is real big now in the mental health field, and I'm one of the few people that do kind of more of a self-empowering internal locus of control. It's that most mental health people are clinically polished, and they're either inspirational, sappy, or they're very aggressive, kind of tough love. And I occupy a rare middle. I'm raw, honest, unsanitized emotional truth combined with agency and personal responsibility. And so they're saying this is a rare value proposition that I could build on that. It says very rare, actually. But the AI likes to build you up a little bit in glaze. I think it has a glaze filter in there. Second thing is a community builder's mind inside an autistic brain. That my autism is not just a feature of me or some quirky thing about me. It shapes how I think, how I analyze communication, the seeing patterns, um, the little things I notice and don't notice, and the little disconnects. All of that is a very valuable skill set. And I'm also using it to build a community. They said that is very rare. Most autistic people do not do this kind of social work that I'm doing by trying to build community. So the fact that you have an autistic person trying to build a community like this is a very rare and unique value proposition that I can build on. The kind of Gen X, the back porch, the hangout space. They call it the misfit agora. It's not a support group. We do support here, but it's not a support group like a formal support group. It's not a therapy circle, and it's not a manosphere grind set tribe. It's a third space, which I have gone out of my way to make it. I've talked so many times about the third space characteristics and principles and how this community is deliberately trying to be that. It's for people that may not fit in other places. That is a unique value proposition. And openness is valued, but not safetyism. We come back to that not safetyism things. It's the Gen X slacker ethos, and we were the last generation before safetyism. That was the trend that happened with our children, the Gen X babies. For some reason, our generation went overly safety with their own kids. So we were the last generation that kind of grew up working it out by ourselves. If you had problems with the neighborhood kids or your siblings, there wasn't always an adult to go tell to come sort it out. They call it sit by the campfire and figure shit out vibe. And that's very much the Gen X vibe. So they're saying that is also a unique feature of the channel because it's a massively underserved niche. And I'm one of the few voices doing it with intentional structure. So I'm going to write this. I'm going to get the AI to compile this at some point and put like a one sheet out of all the unique things about my channel to maybe get people to try to pay attention to. Another strength is that we're comfortable here talking about messy, complicated emotional realities. We can handle strong emotion. We're very, very resilient here. We're built from a lot of steel. And we can sit with that strong emotion. A lot of the men's groups, and I noticed this in some of the ones I was part of, they have this very detached, kind of objective way of talking about things. It's all about calming the emotion and stepping out of it. And now, brother, tell me the 3 issues that you've had with me and break them down into it's that kind of conflict resolution style. And we do a very different one. We do Thunderdome here. If you have a problem with me, let's get in the cage and work it out. There's going to be strong emotion, but we're going to talk it through despite all of that. We're going to talk through all of that. We have tools to do it. Many of you, probably almost all of you, have been putting these into practice. I see the communication happening here. That's the kind I do here. It's not overly therapeutic. It's not overly clinical. It's not sanitized. We talk about emotions from the inside out, from people who are actually feeling them in the moment, but we don't pathologize them or turn them into self-pity. That is one of our strengths, the ability to hold that kind of emotional space and have it be healthy. authenticity without melodrama, honesty without victimhood. Another thing, it says the ability to articulate the hidden social mechanics that a lot of men feel but can't describe. Why trust breaks down, why we struggle to integrate, why neurodivergent and autistic people might misinterpret feedback, or anybody for that matter. The emotion game, truth game thing, how communication works under the surface versus how it appears to work, all of that stuff. It says that I'm able to translate the felt but unspoken into language. I'm able to emotional articulation. That's one of the things I have to do is in my work as a peer. When you're talking with people, you have to help them to get their story out and the emotion behind the story. So you're always kind of helping people to translate the felt but unspoken into something verbal so that you can use dialogue to help them. And then there's the whole slacker Gen X. Most YouTubers are millennials, Zoomers, Boomers. So the Gen X channel is its own tier, and I can leverage that too, because the Gen Xers have a very unique ethos and worldview. We just do, and that's valuable. And the final, another thing, and this is my selling point. When people ask me specifically, what is it about your channel that makes it different? I am trying to build a network and a community beyond just this channel. I am trying to build in-person chapters. I am trying to build a network of other channels doing similar things. I am trying to hook the world together that wants to do this. So it goes beyond just the channel. It says you're not just offering conversations, you're building a third space, support groups, classes, workshops, an ecosystem of people helping other people, a core team, a global network. All of that is the extra thing I'm trying to offer here that I tell people. But now I have all this other stuff to add in. So what they get, if you collaborate with my channel, you get a cross-pollinating network, and I'm using this tier system I talked about this morning to start kind of deciding which people is in which part of the network, because that inner circle, that middle circle, that collaborator circle, even the community circle, I want to be able to offer something quality to the people that come in. I want to say here, we have built this really quality network that I believe has something great to offer, and we all do things kind of in a informal, healthy way that we agree to, the way we resolve conflict, the way we have conversations, the way we connect, what we do when those connections like start to disintegrate or dissolve, all of that. An ethos, a specific, it's more than a way of doing things. It's just kind of a culture, an understanding, a shared perspective, vision. And so they get plugged into all of that. So I have to keep that as high quality as possible. That's why I have to start using this tier system. And then finally, the show format itself, spontaneous, communal, unpredictable. It's drama light. It's the drama oasis. It's people from all of the other heavy drama channels, the blood sport channels, the fighting channels. They can come here, and we still get a little bit of that. We're not completely uptight, so you get a little bit of that fun, relaxed drama. I don't know about relaxed, but drama energy. But you get it in kind of a little more healthy way and a little more curated way. And so that's also like the way we do drama here is also, I think, a unique value proposition. It says full of weird little emergent moments. And the problem solving that we do here in real time. Like total strangers can come up and bring a problem that they have. Like a call-in show. And not only me, but we have a whole audience. We might have panelists. They have a whole support network to get feedback from. And that's free. Anybody can do it for free right here on YouTube. Anytime I'm on. All right, that's what I got today. I'm going to drop the link. Now, I want to use this episode mostly for workshopping, problem solving, using these tools. So if you come on panel, bring something very specific to look at because we're going to do the campfire in a few hours, and that's a better stream for just casual conversation or informal topics. So I'm asking that the midday streams be a very specific type of content now, and I want to leave it open for people that have something they actually want to problem solve or share that's related to this topic, or any of the Forge topics, anything personal growth related. Okay, other than that, if I don't get anybody up, it is possible I could slip in a cow or chicken or two if there is one. But also I think that might be better for the campfire too, just because there's going to be more people. All right, let me look at comments. Oh, I've just dropped it, Landry. Let's see. Wow, there's a lot of comments. Okay, yikes. Parody porn music from Frank. Welcome.
What's going on, Jeff?
I have Hank in the back. Do you want him on, or you want to have one on one?
That's fine. That's
Okay.
fine. He can be up here. I was just wondering, are we turning into the Fourth Reich?
I know. I saw your comment. I was getting to it.
I'm confused. Like you're gonna rate people and
Oh,
make
like we're gonna have little armbands. Yeah, we might. We'll make them cool. They'll be cool armbands. You can even help design them.
so
Maybe
like you
the
get
AI
like a
can
level
design them.
3 armband, so you'll get
We're
like
having
invited to
status and hierarchy now.
I'll get
We're
invited
going
to the
vertical.
Christmas party if I'm a good student, but then like if I'm too
Well,
fuck around, then then I get demoted to level 2, and then you're like,
no,
well,
not. It's
well,
more
you don't
about
get invited to
norms. It's
Christmas anymore.
you're invited to the Christmas party. It's more about norms, like what norms people are invested in holding here. And the ones that are invested in holding some of the more like higher community norms that I'm trying to build up to are the ones that just make sense to put at higher tiers. So it's basically your ability or commitment or interest in holding certain norms so that the community can be built in a certain way. That's all it is. And it's voluntary. People can move in and out. If they don't want to be in a tier, they can go to some other tier, etc. It's not an enforcement system. It's something that me and Charlie came up with.
Yes, so I have good news.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, the Machine Lice has re-invited me back officially to its community. I didn't have to make any further concessions. So thank you, the Machine Lies, for following through. Um,
Wow, so the conversation worked.
yeah, so now I can focus on Jack Talcott.
Too
I have
much.
a
The
prep.
debate.
Yes, yes. So
Okay.
so I have like four more clips to collect. I have all my definitions lined up. I have my Bible verse need to import, and I need to write my intro. So I'm pretty close. Oh,
Cha-ching, ching, ching, ching. The
Welcome,
rainmaker has arrived.
Rainmaker.
yes.
You can't make it rain in the desert. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no, and
I
you are in
tried
the
that
desert
today.
right now. I have been very honest about my channel. It is a desert.
So
I
maybe it's
love
because
the desert
people.
though.
Do you think people are? I want to bring someone up. Can I call someone to the stage for polite civil
Um,
drama?
is it
Is
somebody
it
on my
me?
troll list?
It's no. It's two people in the chat.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
I hereby summon Browns boy and Zephyr.
Brown's boy and Zephyr, you have been summoned.
You've been
Oh,
summoned
that's
by the
gonna be a
Rainmaker.
lot of. Is it? Do y'all have drama with Zephyr as well, or is it
There's no
about our
drama.
drama?
No, so we can't just keep doing this whole thing where we call something drama. We have to be mature enough to realize that when somebody is in an operating mode where they're excessively, paranoid and they're just going around copy pasting, instead of sort of engaging in anything productive, then that person is proven to either be a bot or lost their mind, right? Because
Or
I
they're
mean,
just stuck in a loop, which happens a lot on
that's
here.
very body. Well, Brown's boy's been in one eternal loop this entire time. Every time he comes
Well,
up, there's weird audio
yeah,
issues. He can't sort of engage. He's like, oh.
Browns and I talked like a stream or two ago, and he said that he would kind of pull
Oh, he
back.
said that. Well, that's
Yeah.
great. So let's bring him up. I call him to the stage right now. Brown's boy, you have been
Okay, Browns
summoned.
boy, you are summoned if you
Yes.
choose to come up.
So I've been working with him in the background to help him improve what he's doing, and I offered to help him with his website. I offered him free tools. I'm not gonna do it for him, but I
That
have
was not
yes,
kind of you, generous.
not kind. No, I have free tools for
Oh,
him.
he's like,
Like Santa.
not me, not kind. Not me. I mean, that was nice to help him, to offer to help him.
Yeah. Now, I don't really care if he puts me on his side or not. I just if he wants to.
I
Do
think it's
something,
all going to be like moot soon anyway, because the AI is just going to be able to generate the same list on request.
you're dependent on the chatbot. I mean, you're running a problem soon.
And then what's going on with Zephyr?
I plead. Or like
Oh,
wait till the
Brown's
person
boy
who's called to the stage.
declines.
There's certain people who, when they come up, they only come up in one way, right? And here's one example, right? We're nobody's going to dogpile anyone here, right? But when somebody will only operate, and this is a lesson for you, Jeff, when somebody will only operate with you in one-on-one sort of interactions where everyone else is not around, so to be able to get one over and whisper in your ear, it's often a tool that they use in a manipulative way. And I know this because I have a lot of one-on-ones out there, and I can tell you people are damaged, right? People are paranoid, people are schizo, people are wild out there. I think someone needs to check in on Brown's boy's mental health too, because I mean, for all these people out there, I don't know if it's healthy to exist in such a high level of paranoia. So I think that we need to check, make sure he's, A-okay. So let's bring him up here. I summon him one more time. Otherwise, he has been officially cursed by MMLA, sponsored by
Don't curse my Browns
sponsored
boy.
by Axis Rap Blood.
That's okay. I'll use
I'm
my
negating.
satanic magic to, I
Yes.
know voodoo. I got you, Browns.
Yeah,
Can't
I'm
take away Axis Rat Blood's power.
I'll negate the curse too. So if just negation doesn't work, my
Oh
negation-
right, but Hank's
yes.
a gay black witch, so he's gonna
Yes.
have. Oh, this is gonna be an all-out metaphysical war.
So he's got
Spiritual
the power
warfare.
of the DEI higher.
But as a man,
Yes, I do.
you don't think that you can at least like entertain the? Oh, here we go. One of them. We got one half of the whole. Let me ask you this: how are you feeling today? How is your state of mind on a scale of 1 being, normal, 10 being out of this world? Where are you at, Zephyr?
Me or Zephyr?
Zephyr. Did she leave?
Is that an answer?
It might be her connection.
It always is with these people. The paranoid people have the worst connections. You notice that, guys?
Is
Not
she
all
you
of
say
them.
she's paranoid?
She's taking Brown's boy's word for things. Yeah.
Browns, when we talked the other day, you said you would give us a chance. Did something happen?
This is his life. You got to remember that. This is basically.
Yeah, but
purpose.
now if he's gonna give y'all a chance, y'all got to give him a chance too, though.
We are. That is what's
right.
happening right now, and it's happened many times in the past.
All right, she's back. I never thought you were Demon Slayer because I thought that was a. Someone told me that was a female.
Oops, I hit the wrong button. Can you ask me that again? But I'm kind of sort of like I'm gonna give you a funny answer. I think
That already answered it. You don't even have to give me an answer.
because it's pretty good actually. I'm feeling pretty good today.
So I'm guessing about a 9, 8 or 9.
Pretty good, yeah. I cried earlier, but it was a good cry
Why'd you cry?
because that's what happens when you're the rainmaker
Oh, are you a rainmaker too?
in the desert. Yes, I am. You can ask my
Oh,
friend
the
Daryl.
tears were the rain. I get it. But
And we're getting
okay, well,
pummeled
anyway,
with solo players right now. So
I guess I'm gonna feed you to Landry right now because he had something.
Oh really?
Talk about-
I don't
yeah.
think he has that kind of an appetite, and I would prefer not to eat him, and I might just have to do that.
But I don't. That's the thing, though. I don't think that it's that simple, right? I don't want to come after you for the sake of coming after
Yeah.
you. I think that you're probably You're letting things, I guess, maybe get to your head, right? I know that the paranoid world
Really?
it's an important place to be, right?
What
Because
is the
sometimes
exact issue with
I'm not
what does
letting
she
anything
do
get to my head.
or say?
You don't know me
I
at
gotta.
all. Wow.
Okay, so yeah, you're right. I don't know you at all. I believe that is true. I don't know. I don't know if I need to know you, but what I do need to know is where you take things seriously and where you're just,
That's
like,
really easy. I could answer that question if you let me.
sure, yeah.
I'm a toward person. I do not ask anyone to do anything that I'm not willing to face myself. I will talk shit about you, but I'm unoffendable. So you can talk shit about me too.
I'm not trying to talk shit about you. I'm trying to know. I'm trying to hear you out as far as the groups you run in, the circles you believe in, these people.
Well, then
Where
ask
has
me
it led your
questions.
brain?
Ask me
Like what?
questions. It's much
What?
easier for me
Okay,
that way.
so I don't want to play the he said she said game, but as far as you, do you have any thoughts about this place online? Any sort of maybe Browns boy-esque conspiracy theories about people and how they operate and who they might secretly
She
be?
thought I'd set her up in the contest.
No, I
Exactly.
didn't. I did not,
You?
Jeff.
Oh no.
You
Okay, hang
jumped to
on. Hang.
conclusions.
I'm a backstage you just 1 second so I can get this out. Go watch the stream for just a few hours ago, because we got into a big thing about it. It went on for a while. It was very explicit. You said, Jeff, you wouldn't set me up, would you? Because I just got a text and somebody's accusing either you of Snowfire of setting me up for the contest. And I asked how, and you wouldn't answer. But you definitely had that conversation. So don't sit up here and say, no, I didn't. Why are you gaslighting?
Somebody actually did that, but I didn't want to tell you who because it's none of your
Because
business.
you're a people pleaser and you want to make them keep them
No,
happy and me happy at the
no,
same time. You got
because
busted.
it doesn't really matter, and they're
It
not your
matters to, if
enemy.
you're gonna come up here and accuse me of shit, you better
I'm
believe it
not
matters to
accusing
me to
you.
find out what it is I'm being accused of. Don't play games with me. Come back when the games are over.
Well, that was the same question I had about like sort of false accusations. So I guess it's relevant.
And then she wouldn't even say it was gossip, but she wouldn't even say the accusation. Like, hey, there's rumors you set me up for the contest. Oh, how? Oh, I'm not gonna tell you.
I know that's that, but that's the same thing with me, right? It's the rumors that start. We can see them because they usually happen right in front of our eyes in the very famous, world-renowned live chat, right? Sponsored by Browns Boy. If anybody here was a Fed, I think it would be Browns Boy. I think he successfully has stuck his stick firmly. What is it? Stake in the
He
ground
does
firmly.
seem deep in your mind, though.
Oh yeah, well, I would say it would be me because I run most of the conspiracies around
No,
here.
so no. Here's the thing, right? So Browns Boy, this is the funniest thing about him, right? He's such an easy target because he's so bad at what he does. Like he's so ineffective. But when I give this attention, like right now, it's because I think it's easy because, like I said, it's not just him. It's Zephyr. It's TML. Anyone who just sort of operates in this ultra paranoid state of mind, they're going to be in the background, just like.
But if it's truly paranoia, you're not gonna cure it through.
I know, but I'm just going to be able to. I have a lot of fun. He's like the easiest punching bag ever. It's kind of like a sack full of potatoes. I can just slap it around because he hides in the shadows and he doesn't have the balls to come up. And when he does come up, he embarrasses.
I mean, he's not in the shadows now. He's in the chat.
The chat is the shadows, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the chat is the shadows. And when you copy and paste messages over and over, that's spam, right? That's spam that would get filtered out of your inbox. Would it not?
Yeah.
So I filter him out of my mind. You know what I mean? So I don't, he has like 50 sock accounts and he comes in because he needs to have power in the same way that others in this space try to have power. But where he fails is when he wakes up every day and tries it because he never succeeds, not once in his life. Can I get an amen? How's that Browns Boy sequel going, Moose?
Amen, brother. Amen. It's coming along. It's coming along real slow because I need to get a Browns Boy likeness, and the only thing I can
you just need a man with a bag on his head.
It was very similar to like a Mr. Hanky, little Christmas poo.
Make sure you make him like about this size, because that's all he'll ever be is a little tiny pixel on the internet. But he's rich, right? He's rich. So many paranoid people are rich. You notice that?
No, I didn't notice that. There's a lot of paranoid people who don't have money.
But they like to say they do.
Yes, they do like to say they do.
Hank, you have thoughts on anything going on? What's your take on all this?
I was using Browns Boy to help me find clips, but I just didn't like most of his clips because I'm not trying to expose Talcott. I'm just trying to show that Talcott has secrets he wants to keep, which means he agrees with me by intuition. He intuitively agrees with me that we
Right.
need a
And
sacred four
he
piece.
disagrees with his own principles or whatever. But I have a question for you, Hank. So if you had to pick on this tier list, what tier level would you be in this community?
That's a
Are you
good
gonna
question.
be are you gonna be one of the tier 4? Just no, you're not a tier 4. Are you gonna be a tier 3, one of the community members?
What does
Uh
numbers mean?
your requirement would be that you have no major red flags. What you get access to is friendship, community support, casual conversations, no emotional expectations, no leadership expectation, and no deep personal access. So basically, like no sexual encounters.
Yeah, you're not getting
Yeah,
laid
yeah,
here.
you can rate me however you want. I'm just gonna keep doing whatever thing I'm doing. So you can
Yeah,
rate.
that nobody needs to stop being themselves. This is more for me to keep people sorted in my
Yes,
own head. And if
yeah. So
people like want to consciously, actively participate in one of these tiers, they can.
yes, so yeah, you can rate. You can move me up your down your tier list whenever you want, however you want. I use
Uh,
MBTI.
all right. Well, Hank, I'm gonna put you up to tier 1. Then you're gonna be part of the core team, inner circle. You're gonna have high accountability.
Is he gonna be in the triangle?
He's not in the triangle. I don't even know if there's a triangle, but he's not in it. We might have to come up with a whole new shape.
Somebody needs to save
Well,
Hank from these horrible people because he's got stuck with the
Hank,
worst
Hank's
group.
a smooth operator. I don't ever underestimate.
I
Hank can take
underestimate the
care of
people who
himself.
surround him.
Hank and I got into the Panelverse about the same time, and I have watched Hank
so
master this
Jeff doesn't
place.
believe in the triangles, so the triangle is no more. We can't triangle.
It's a rhombus
I
now.
It's a rhombus.
maybe or Mobius strip.
It's all right. You're an offshoot. You're an offshoot.
That's
There's
more
community.
organic anyway.
Yeah, that's organic. Baby, it's cold.
So I guess this little
outside.
like Brown's Boy truce thing is over.
What do you mean? No, no. Here's where you misunderstand me. I always offer the extension to anybody, even these chronic chatters. One of my favorite things about Brown's Boy, though, let me say this real quick, is when I first talked to him, he does this thing. I'm pretty sure he's operating in like a repetition motion where he does it with anyone new in the community, where anyone he can find, like, oh, I got to give this person my inside scoop because it's the only way that they maintain relevancy in space. You can call him a lore master, or, clip keeper, but those people, imagine, walk yourself through this for me, like as a thought experiment. Imagine being somebody chronically online, always clipping. So you have editing capabilities, but not having enough skills to make it work. So the only way that you can perform is to do it in a way that's to bring others down because you feel so badly about yourself that you can't elevate your own shit, that's the only way that you know how to be. It's what we call a complete failure. But not only is it a complete failure, it also involves a man who's, if you ever see his face, right, he like almost brags about it. It's like, once upon a time in the old days, I made an appearance on his Jack Talcott stream, and he drops the link and he timestamps it. Yeah, look at me. Pretty impressive though, huh? I came on camera and I was like, for like 10 seconds, dude. And he acts like he's so damn proud of it. So this is the person that we're up against, Moose. Do you
But
Mm-hmm.
think we're
why
going
does
to be able
that
to handle
bother
this?
you?
Do you think we're going to do it? It doesn't bother me. I don't ever think about it. But
It
right now
seems
I'm
like it
engaging in
does.
it. I'm engaging in it for energy, right? Because
Let,
your panel needs some energy right now, Jeff.
let
This
me
is my
help
gift
you.
to you.
Well, no, but I would prefer to manage my own panel. So you can come up as a guest and
Oh,
contribute, but
I'm a guest.
don't decide. I don't go on your show and decide what you need for your show unless
Oh,
you ask me
you
to.
tried.
And I've done it successfully, Landry. I
It's
found
just
on
a
your
way of
show.
respecting my space. Like
Yes.
Yeah,
you
of
can
course.
collaborate with what we're doing here, but don't
Are we
unilaterally
having an
decide what I
argument
need on my
again?
channel.
Is this
Eh,
like day 2 and like the triangle's already flopped? Is it like a
That's it.
Well, I
No arguing about nothing. It's like Seinfeld.
can we do this offline since that's where it. Like I was trying to keep all that separate.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but I don't have time for that anymore. I have
What?
time to go live. Like
Okay.
that's what I'm here for. I'm here to be part of something.
Because you
And
had
doing it
brought it up.
offline
That's
doesn't
what
get us
I
very
was
far.
trying to address it. Like
Well, that's what the forge is. It's here to forge each other. And
yeah, I mean
get
we
through
can if you
conflict.
want.
I mean,
I
you
would
dropped Zephyr pretty quick. So I didn't know that there was like
because I don't have time for games on here. If he's not going to answer the questions, there's no reason to have her on here. She won't answer any of the questions I'm asking her about this accusation of me supposedly setting her up. So it's a waste of my time. We're having better conversation now because this is
Land-
at least productive.
Landry, you have to factor in Jeff's plan on working with Talcott, so he's gonna get in the Talcott time.
I don't know. I went over there yesterday morning because they sent me the link, and they were talking about all kind of crazy conspiracy theories. And I'm like, I thought this was like about morning inspiration. Why did they send me to this?
So let me ask you this. So if you were in, I guess, have you ever been the target of a Browns boy operation? Very high level.
No, I don't even know about these Browns boy operations. What does one look like?
So what it is, right? You take one concept, right? Imagine that it's very bland in origin, and then you have your little text box. You probably slap it in maybe a Google Keep area, and then you just copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, because you don't know how to get anyone else's attention because you don't even know how to spell.
I
So,
mean,
but the
when
difference
I
would be if
see
it
him
was
in the
your name.
chats, he's usually typing comment. Like each comment seems different.
You should do an analysis of what those comments are contributing to the.
Are you able
to-
to do that?
I'm actually working on that. Do you know any way to download live chats, Hank? I've been trying to code some things people.
Yes. So what you can do is use Fireshot, the screenshot the entire live chat, then you can OCR it.
Oh, that's why yours are so long.
Yes.
Okay. What is it called? Fire Shark?
Fireshot.
We are Browns. We are sensitive. We're discovering that and it's not in a bad way. I think sensitivity is a strength, but being
he
creative,
feeds on
being
that, though.
neurodivergent, being just all the people that show up here, there's a lot of sensitivity that shows up here, and we have to just acknowledge that we're gonna have sensitivity here. It's not necessarily a bad thing.
I'm gonna put in your Discord, Landry.
And I don't remember you going at me. I remember hating you and me saying I can't stand this person. I'm not going on panels with him.
But isn't it kind of like fun to think
But
about
then
why people do things?
somehow it turned around, and now I like you a lot. I wish you'd come on more.
Oh yeah. So Landry.
Nope. Browns, that's a line. You can't do that. You're gonna get timed out if you do it again. You know you leave families out of this. Do not go low like that.
My point is proven.
So Landry, Browns boy's been on the show on camera the longest time on this.
Yeah,
very
Browns
show.
used to come here. What happened with Browns is he switched phones and he couldn't get his new connection to ever work. But he used to come on all the time when he had his
Yes.
old device.
But he's
Bit for
rich.
camera. So if you go really far back, you'll be able to find Browns boy bit for camera.
And he used to go by it was that Adam Lanza.
Yes.
It was Lanza. I knew him as Lanza.
Yeah, Lanza.
And then he had that Remember Me name.
Yes.
But do you see the point though that it's just it's meaningless to me?
I
right?
see
So-
your point there. That should
Yeah.
not. That was definitely crossing a line.
Oh, I didn't even see it. I don't actually read his chats.
I took it out. It was ugly.
I mean, I'm not surprised. It's the kind of thing where I'm saying that these people, they don't surprise me, right? They operate in a way that they accuse me of being, right? So they accuse me of being a troll, who I've proven.
But I know you want a conversation, but I'm not sure you're going to get that today, whether
No, I don't
because
want
of
it.
his
I
connection or
know
if
he
he
wouldn't
doesn't
have
want to. But what can we do in the meantime until we can get to a conversation?
I believe that the best way is for Hank to answer me. What was he saying a second ago? He's going to send me something and do what?
I sent you the link to getfireshot.com so you can get Fireshot, my screenshot tool. It's in your Discord.
Fuck yeah. But sometimes it's important to listen, because I don't say things just to start a fire, right? Everything I just said is true. And it's things that I think about in this way. I always wonder what makes a person, I know you probably do too, Jeff, you always wonder as a Scorpio.
Oh,
why do they
people
do this?
fascinate me. I'm constantly trying to figure them out. But I never, ever assume certainty unless they confirm it. Like, I have all kind of theories about how people's minds works and why they're doing or saying, but I never 100% take that as fact until I have a conversation with them and get it confirmed. That's why the conversations are so important. And I'm not ruling one out. I think we can get to one. I just don't think it's going to be today.
Do you think he would be good faith?
Yeah, I do. I trust her.
What
I
makes
really
you
do.
think
I
that?
think we have that kind of relationship where if he tells me he's going to do it in good faith, that he would. And I think the same thing about you. And Browns, you know Landry and I's drama. Landry and I were able to talk and work that shit out in like 2 minutes. Landry can have these kind of conversations. I've seen him do it.
So
So
is he, dude.
it's okay. I really do think it's okay for the two of you to talk just as adults and kind of put all the bullshit stuff aside. And I think something can happen. I really think it's worth it.
But you don't understand. As a Fed, I can't do that. I'm not
Well,
allowed to.
that's the bullshit stuff we're gonna leave to the side.
Well,
Have
he's
the
already
conversation.
clipped what I just said. You know that, right? That's how these people operate. That's all it takes, and that's where this place becomes so fun, right? Because
I
people take
think
advantage
his
of that.
specific problem, if I can, the way I understand it, is what your problem is with him.
Which is what
Your problem with Brown's boy is whatever his problem with you is. He's the one
I
going
think. I
around.
think he's a Fed.
What is your problem with Brown's boy? I thought it
That
was
is,
that he
he's
was going around
dishonest.
having a problem with you.
He's just a dishonest person who doesn't say things. He's a chat warrior. That's all. Nothing,
There's a
nothing
lot
more,
of
nothing
them.
less.
I mean, I'm a chat warrior in a way sometimes.
Well, but do you make false claims just to get,
I don't lie. I don't make false. I don't need to. I'm a good chat warrior. I can use the real shit. So it's okay to just let things sit for a while. Hopefully, y'all can not make it worse.
No, it doesn't get worse. That's the thing, right? He's a chatter. I brought this
But
here
they
to you
have
to
like the
see.
internet's full of chat. There's full of people like
So,
this that
so
go around
Landry,
making comments and saying
I know,
shit.
and I've said everything I need to say. There's nothing else that I need, right?
Okay.
yeah, I have a mantra that will help you. It's called it's chat don't matter.
I've heard you say it, and I agree.
Yep.
It has as much power as you give it. Both of
Well,
you.
it also has a power over sort of your space because when people like, and I've had to do this with my chat, sometimes where they just with Snow and Arctic Timberwolf, they just go into this mode where they try to make their shit like they try to bring their off-screen drama into the screen, and I always say, okay, fuck that. You basically have to talk to him like a child. Not you. I'm not saying you. I'm saying me and you, the metaphorical you. And say, hey, get your shit together, kind of like you just did, right? You told him to shape up and be better. So it's just all
I'm
about
saying it to
having some sort
everybody.
of that's all it is. So I mean, like I said, I came here. I was about to go for a walk. I joined Moose was up here, and I'm probably gonna go on that walk now, right? Because I know that everything that I said, the truth in it, is gonna sting him a little bit more than he could ever sting me. Because I'm
You
not
do you
hiding
want
any
him
sours.
stung? Like is that
I don't need to want him stung. He stings himself every day by being a chronic liar, right? So love you, Browns boy. And it's also to prepare for the sequel.
okay? Enjoy the walk. Moose, you have anything you want to add?
Oh, I think it's been a positive and productive day, and I hope everyone has a great night.
Okay, you as well. You as well. Hank,
Um, maybe I have a couple just chatbot questions.
okay.
Um, yeah. So, have you found a good way of I guess querying videos for let's go for
Uh,
transcripts or context? Because I
of
found one
doing what to videos?
finding stuff people said in videos. Like if you
Landry has that tool. He made it in Gemini, so anybody can make it. But I myself have not played around with the tool other than when we played with it together.
yeah, I found another tool that does the same thing.
Oh,
Um, Filmot.com, FILMOT.com. But the problem with that one is if YouTube didn't generate a transcript, it's just invisible. So I had to use another tool, which is where's that other tool? Um, YT transcriber query search, which I had to use a Docker or Podman image that will pull video, then transcribe it if there's no automatically generated transcript.
oh wow! This searches subtitles, captions, and transcripts.
Yes.
And is there anything that can search live chat yet?
No, not that I know of.
But you can always pull up each stream and just do a page search on the chat.
Yes, you can. But yeah, we may want to have to make a tool to search live chat.
Oh, you're telling it right now?
No, I'm not telling it. But yeah, I really hope Jack Talcott's preparing on his end for this debate. I think I'll be ready to do it on Wednesday or Tuesday, because I'm going to have clips ready. So Jack, I know Jack's very slippery when he debates. He'll try to just ignore the topic or just say you lied. So I'm going to make sure I have the context and him saying it himself. So he has to debate himself first before he can debate me. So
Did you and Jack do a debate before?
we never did a full length debate. We did like a short sync back and forth, but we didn't never do a full length debate.
Okay. And is it scheduled yet? Do we know when it's going to be?
We didn't schedule it. I should reach out to him and try to schedule it for Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't know who's hosting it yet either.
Okay.
Dusty said he would host it, then he was busy with the Crucible stuff. I think Beverly Sockles said he wasn't interested because he wants to play Peekaboo with God, and TM's probably the most likely to play since we're no longer fighting.
What about Barney? He could mod.
Yes, I'll be fine with Barney modding.
Oh, I was I said this as a joke. I want it to be a success.
Yeah. But yeah, I hope Jack's actually prepping and not just going to go with his generic.
Oh,
lines.
look.
Oh, good.
Talk
Nice.
to Arctic.
Oh, cool. Okay, I don't have anything.
Because
else
that's what however whatever form it takes, that's where this is trending. Is everybody will be able to find out who said what about them from this point as far back in history as you want to go. Anybody everywhere all over YouTube. So you're going to find out what all the people you think your friends said about you, all the people that hate you said about you, total strangers you didn't know didn't like you, what they said about you. People are about to lose their minds. Because you see what they do with the drama when it's just people passing it back and forth. When you have an AI feeding it to them all at once, here's your YouTube profile of what people think about you by name and individual.
But I'm gonna have that care because I managed to trigger people, and they did the collection and said it to me personally. So all the unmentionables. So
I say all my stuff openly on here, and I have the streams to prove it, and I have one-on-one private conversations with the people that want it, and I keep those private.
Yep. Mine's
unless
a
they
two-part
want
state.
to open
Yeah.
it.
I'm in a two-party state, so I just for not violating my local laws, I just don't leak PMs. So
I just do. It's like my personal moral compass. I don't.
yeah, morally.
Ever since the AOL days, like IMs were always something kind of sacred, and if you revealed a personal IM or something, it was very much frowned upon. It was not a norm. It was a going against the norm. So I kind of grew up with that ethos.
Yeah, I don't have morals either way. It's a legal thing for me. I really don't mind someone leaks the PMs I sent with them, but
Yeah, I don't mind either. People can leak all my stuff they want. I never say anything that I don't care if people hear anyway. So
yeah, exactly. I would
even if I think it's private, it's never 100%.
Exactly. If someone confirms me with something I said in a PM, I'm just gonna restate it. So
I mean, I'll answer for my stuff. So if
yep. Well, I don't have anything else right now, so I'm gonna hop off.
Alrighty. Take care. Good seeing you. Zephyr, why are you playing stupid? Everybody that watched the stream could see what's happening. What happened to you? You've never been like this before. You're usually pretty straightforward and open and honest, and you're on here lying, bullshitting, playing games with me, and now you're playing stupid like, what did I even do? I don't even know what happened. Somebody should. I lost the keys to the mailbox. And I'm waiting on my GoPro so Landry and I can go out and get footage. It's probably in there right now. I put them in I brought the mail in the house. I remember that. So the keys are definitely in the house. And I probably put them in a pocket It could be a jean, a coat somewhere on me, and forgot they were in there, and now I have to figure out where they might have fallen out around the house. But as soon as I do, I will go check and um, send you your stuff, and we can make plan. Assuming it comes today, do you want to try to maybe do something tomorrow? Um, what does it mean if? What does it mean when people type stuff into the AI like drama and conflict, and then they run it through the analysis, and it matches exactly what I sit on the stream saying everything is going on? Does that make me mentally crippled or not mentally crippled because I can figure it out without the AI? Or does it make me mentally crippled because I'm matching what the AI is saying and the AI is mentally crippled? Because I'm telling you, my AI score, my human to AI score, a lot of times I get it before the AI even does. So I'm very much team human. I'm impressed with the AI's ability to organize information very quickly. You can ask it a question and it can take the content and it can organize it in this very analytical way that breaks it my brain in a way that my brain can process. It's like dessert for my brain. It just flows into my brain the way it organizes it. I could do all this shit with my own brain. It would just take me a lot more time to sit down and organize my brain. So that's my big advantage for the AI. It's not really telling me new stuff or stuff I don't know to expect. It's just helping me organize the data that I do put into it from what I already do know. Are you talking to me or Zephyr? Because what I do is I look at it for, it's like another person to bounce off to. Like, I have this problem. I'm thinking through it. Here's how I'm looking at it. What are your thoughts on it? And then it'll spit out its version. And a lot of times it'll say things like, "You're exactly on the right track. You framed it perfectly." And it'll just give a little more depth or explanation to some of the things that I've put into it. So I'm most of the starting point, and then it will edit or modify slightly what I give it to start with, and then we'll start dialoguing from there. And then another thing I've started doing with it is instead of telling it the problem, I'm like, I have a problem. Problem solve with me and talk through it with me. So what do you need to know to start? And I give it just enough information, like just what it needs to know. So it'll say, okay, like tell me the people involved, and then tell me your relationship to each person. Okay, tell me what this person did, and then I'll give it information piece by piece as it asks for it, and it'll start to put the problem together live. Because I want to see its ability to dialogue with me about the problem. Thank you. I hope that it works. Jesus, I hope Jesus shows me my keys somewhere. Well, I don't seek validation. There's nothing I need an AI to validate. But it's nice when you're thinking something and then this machine thinks the same thing. Like it's thinking about it the same way. No, but I can. What do you want me to say? Oh, I think I don't know what you're seeing here. I'm just using it to ask it questions like everybody else does. There's some days I don't even open it up. All right. Well, I think that is it for today, and I'll be out in a few hours. We'll do community campfire. Yeah, but Arctic, I can't believe you don't see the difference between what he does and what people that pull up Chat GPT and ask it a question do. Like in your mind, are you seeing us all as the same way? Like if somebody pulls up GPT and says, "Hey, can you tell me, do you have a recipe for chicken cacciatore?" You see Axis rat blood, that person as Axis rat blood, that's the level of, you think they're seeking validation? Because there's a lot of AI, what would you call it? Anxiety, apprehension, skepticism. But all you have to do is start using it. And then you can see, you have direct experience with what it can do and not do, and you don't have to be so scared of it. Okay, well, I personally think that's a little extreme. I'm not going to tell you how to see things, and a lot of times we can't control how we see things anyway. But if that's what your imagination is feeding you about people who use AI, then I don't know. It's an AI world. It's just like you had to get used to computers at some point. You're going to have to get used to AI at some point. You should come up and talk one day. I would love to talk about this. Because the way I understand it, it right now it's just it's predictive text. You just type the question and it analyzes the patterns of all the people in the past that have asked similar questions and all the information related to that question, and then it predicts the responses that are usually given to those questions using that information. Yeah, there's a lot of things people need, but thank God one person doesn't get to determine that, and people are free to decide for themselves what they need or don't need. But you can certainly have any opinion about it that you want. My life has been pretty fine before AI. I've been able to do pretty much the stuff I wanted to do, meant to, like the task I want to do that I would use AI for. AI just makes it a little easier. Some things it can do faster than my brain could do, so it's easier to let the AI do it. Sometimes it can do it, like work with more complexity, or I was going to say like take it to layers of depth, but it's always complimenting me on how deep I take it. Like, oh, I didn't think of that. You're right. That takes it to a whole new level. So maybe there's not a lot of deep people using the AI. So I need to use it more so y'all can get some depth into it. No, I'm just kidding. It's just a tool. And it's making channel life fun, that's for sure. I can't wait for the community campfire tonight. We'll do videos, we'll panel dance, we'll talk, maybe even have a little bit of drama, it sounds like, and have fun. We'll do it with a smile, a laugh, and lots of light and love and joy. But for now, I'm going to leave you and see you at the campfire.